Yes,
Hi guys.
hello.
Welcome to Living Your Best Life with
Kat.
and Hannes.
Yes.
So this 2019 FCM Live wanted to give you something fresh, something new. Alongside with Zumba with Tina episodes, we are going to be starting this Living Your Best Life episodes. They're going to be a monthly episode, and I'm going to be doing it with Ate Kat.
Yes, that's right.
Living Your Best Life is experiencing life renewed and always curious. We'd love to start this journey with you as we discover and rediscover our life with a fresh set of eyes.
Let's rediscover our city, our community, our country, and anything and everything around us. We are hoping that together we learn lots, laugh lots, and experience lots.
Yes, for this pilot episode, we are blessed with two exceptional ladies. One is a travel blogger, which she's all the way from Winnipeg, and she's joining us through Zoom tonight. And our second lady is skincare specialist here naman in Calgary.
Yes.
So we're going to start now.
We're going to start now. Yes, we're going to introduce our guest. Our guest for tonight, first guest for tonight is Miss Judianne Jayme. Is a founder of Dalagita, a public speaker of a public speaking contest for Filipinas that teaches youth about the importance of using their voices. She writes about education through her column Empowering Through Education, found in several media outlets. She is an anchor for Mabuhay TV in Winnipeg. Judianne was recently awarded with the 2018 Excellence in Media Award in Toronto for the National Golden Balangay Award and the 2018 Excellence in Women Empowerment and Leadership for the Filipino Champions of Canada Awards here in Calgary. So let's welcome
Miss Judianne.
I know. So she has this website called judymeetsworld.com. Yes. Says for our first question, Judianne, so what's your most favorite and useful post doon sa judymeetsworld.com? So,
well, I do a lot of different posts, so I make sure that I encompass everything that has to do with traveling. I think a lot of the time people just think traveling is a destination, but there's a lot of planning, there's where you're staying, there's a lot of figuring out public transportation and how to pack. I think how to pack is probably one of my most favorite posts. It's the easiest one to share because a lot of people tend to overpack. If they're not seasoned travelers, and so it's my pleasure to be able to share some tips and tricks that I do to travel with just a carry-on or a backpack.
Yeah, can you tell us more about those tips? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people
we want to know.
love to hear. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So I used to travel, like if it was like a 1 week trip, I would travel with like a full suitcase and pay extra money to take the suitcase. Then I realized that I don't actually use more than half of the things that I pack. So one of the things that I do is I prepare my outfits ahead of time, so I actually hang them up, each piece. I know a lot of people are doing like the Marie Kondo and being tidy, but that's part of it is purging your closet and figuring out what do you actually need to take on your trip. Like if you have a sundress, if you have like a pair of shorts, you can wear that with a couple of different items. But sometimes people pack an entire outfit every single day, and you don't need to do that. You just have to be smart about what you're packing. One of my favorite things too is to bring packing cubes. So you can buy them at any, like Winners has them, anywhere, any travel store really has them. But they're basically just cubes with a zipper on it. It has a mesh pocket, so it actually compresses the items, so all the extra air is taken out of it, so you end up saving a lot of space in your luggage when you pack.
Yes,
Nice.
that's true. You said your travel makeup. There's a travel makeup. You said you're in cocoon green.
Yeah. If you go on her website, you can actually see her list of like her tips and tricks. But for now, I think that's what she's gonna share. I have another question though. This is really important. Can you share with us yung mga airplane and airport etiquettes? Because you know, part of traveling is being in the airport for a long time, and a lot of people get overwhelmed with the whole system. Can you tell us something that will be helpful to our fellow travelers?
Absolutely. Like I personally still like to go to the airport early, just to make sure that I'm not rushing through and not inconveniencing anyone else because I'm trying to catch my flight. So I like to arrive early. I like to be dressed for traveling, so dressing really comfortably. When you're going through security, a lot of the holdup is if you have like earrings and bangles and all of this jewelry that you need to take off before you go through. So just making sure that you're comfortable for your flight. Even if I'm traveling for like a business purpose and I'm wearing my blazer and all of that, I still make sure that I still have some level of comfort and something that's easy and something that will go through security quickly. When it comes to being on the airplane, I know it's a bit of a mixed feeling about it. I'm not a fan of taking off my shoes on airplanes. I see a lot of people do that. And by all means, be comfortable, but you do have to remember the people around you as well, and to be courteous that you are sharing that space with a lot of people trying to get to their destination.
Nice, thank you so much.
Yeah, next one is yung mga advanced booking sa mga hotels. I want to know more about that. I saw that on your blog.
I was actually just looking at, of course, I was looking at more trips. One tip I can say right away is if you're bundling your trips together, you definitely will save money if you're booking with the same carrier. So for example, Expedia, you can book your hotel and your flights all together, car rentals, all of that. One tip that I did experience actually just yesterday was when I had searched for a trip and then I stopped on that just to think about, is this what I really want? Went back to book the same trip. The price that they were showing me was $1,800, which is way more than what it was the night before. So what I do and what I advise everyone to do is you open up a private browser, you clear your browsing history, clear your cookies, clear the cache, clear everything, so that way it looks to the website that you're visiting for the first time. And when it appears to be that way, I was able to save about $600, $700 just from clearing my history and going as a private browser rather than using the usual browser that I use to book.
Okay, this is a curious question, Judianne. Is it true, because some people are saying the best time to book is at 3 a.m. on Tuesday night or something like that? Is that true?
I heard that.
I'm just
Tuesday.
curious if it's
Well,
true.
weekends will always book at a higher rate because that's when most people are traveling, and part of that is they want to be able to do a little bit of crowd control, right? Because if weekends were the cheapest, everyone would be flying all the time. So it is going to be a little bit more expensive booking from a Friday to say a Sunday or a Monday morning. Booking midweek will always be a little bit more cost effective. But it's really up to the season too, because booking during, let's say, spring break, still going to be expensive no matter what. So it really depends on kind of the events happening and a lot of the time when a lot of people, a lot of families are free, that's usually when it is a little bit more expensive.
Okay, great.
Okay, can you tell us your most favorite destination mo? I'm curious.
Yeah, most favorite. It's kind of a toss-up. I'm in love with Santorini. That's actually one of my latest posts, Santorini, Greece. It was definitely just a dream come true. I've always seen it in posters and pictures, and so I finally made my way down there 2 years ago. On that same trip, I actually also visited Paris for the very first time. So two cities that I'm just in love with. Paris, I thought, everyone talks about it. You think it's really not that big of a deal. Like maybe people are overreacting, but I get it now. I'm definitely like a Paris fan. It's somewhere I'd love to return to.
Is it true that in Santorini you drink wine at 10 a.m.?
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
In Santorini you drink wine at 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. You drink wine in Santorini, right?
Oh, yes, I did.
wow.
We were part of like a tour, and so they took us around, and we learned about like what makes Santorini, like it's such a big industry. It's the wine industry there, and it was the first time I ever realized that there's such a thing as dessert wine. They were just offering this wine tastings at 10 a.m. So I was like, okay, if you're doing it, I'm not going to stop you.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay, well, I mean, to close this interview, I'd like to know, I think this is one of the most important questions to ask. If you're going to a foreign country, what are the most important things to really take note? Like, what's your tip? What's your 1 to 10 guideline to have a checklist?
Absolutely. Safety is number one. So always be in the know about whether it's like a natural disaster that could potentially be happening. We actually had to travel to Peru once a week after an earthquake happened.
Wow.
We were still able to do it. We were doing like an international dance tour, but we were able to do it and it was safe. But always knowing what's there. Your safety is number one. So including, especially if you're a solo female traveler, you're going by yourself to explore, get to know the culture that's there. there are certain things that are okay for us that we take for granted that are not okay in certain cultures. For example, visiting certain religious sites, you need to be covered up, right? So for certain sites, you need to be able to have like a full-length pants or a skirt. So make sure that you have something like that in your luggage. It's a little bit of studying and pre-planning, but it'll make your trip so much smoother, and you come across as a very like ethic traveler. You're keeping in mind and being respectful of the destinations that you're visiting.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for all those tips, and thank you so much for joining us all the way from Winnipeg.
Next time you join us live here in Calgary.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you so
everyone that's
much.
in live for your new segment. I'm excited to watch more of it.
Yeah, thank
Thank you, Judianne.
Okay, so thank you guys for having us. That's the first part of our interview. You know, we think that living your best life is living a life well traveled. So this is the perfect like pilot episode for this segment.
That's true.
So yeah, we can't wait to show you guys our second guest for the weekend.
No, she's very lovely. She's here.
Yeah.
Live in Calgary.